Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is yet another video. So, I watched this amazing film called A Different Man, which was released a few weeks ago, I guess, and it's inspired by the Elephant Man, um, but not a remake. You could say it's more like a reimagining, uh, because it falls in the similar category of a man with a distorted face. So it's about this person called Edward, uh, who is a struggling actor, but he has a deformed face. It's an anomaly that he has since childhood for some reason, and he is a lonely guy because people are disgusted whenever they see him. They feel scared or make fun of him, and he is used to that. But at the same time, just like anybody else, he has uh, a lot of emotional pain, and he has so many desires, uh, but he cannot fulfill them because of how he looks. And One day, there's this young woman who shifts in an apartment next to his, and they become friends, and she tells him that she's a playwright, and he tells her that he's an actor, and she starts getting close to him because she finds him interesting. uh, at the same time, he is going through an experimental clinical trial of this new drug that can heal his face, or whatever condition he has. And one day, you know, he wakes up with his face completely changed. Now he is in the beautiful version physically. His face has transformed, and he is how he would have been perhaps if he did not have that condition. Uh, so people don't recognize him, and when somebody asks where the guy is who was living there, he says that he committed suicide and he is dead, and he takes another identity. So he starts a new life, and the woman, whose name is Mariana, his neighbor, she eavesdrop on the conversation. And his life moves on. He moves somewhere else. She uh, is obsessed with that character, Edward, and he finds out later that she has written a play, and he goes over there uh, to act that part. But initially, she rejects him because they are looking for someone who looks like Edward. But then he gets a mask. Now, I don't want to spoil the story in case you haven't watched it. Um, but so I think I should just focus on the the essence of the film. It's brilliantly done. I think it's rare to find such films nowadays that are almost perfect, and usually independent films don't disappoint you. Commercial films are usually overrated and disappointing. So this film was quite amazing. I just could not stop myself. Normally I get distracted, but uh, I just, just kept on watching it. Uh, and this is pure surreal horror. It has some humor in it, but again, different. But again, the main the main gist of the whole film, what I loved is how they show that uh, the character played by Sebastian Stan, the actor, he, you know, they show how he has become this beautiful person on the outside, but because he has not been healed on the inside, he's still carrying that self-image. So it's like initially he puts on that mask or a new identity of a person, of this new person. He calls himself Guy, and he's living that life, but that is a facade. That Edward still lives inside of him, and he that true self is triggered, or his ego personality, when he meets this actor who's who's being casted in the same play, who has the same condition. He's like a replica of Edward, just a little short. And it's fascinating to see how that guy, although he has that deformity, a little worse than Edwards, but he does not feel pity. He doesn't seek sympathy from others. He is so confident in himself. He is multi-talented. He is really charming, and uh, it's like he doesn't see himself at all like he looks, uh, or the way others perceive him. He sees himself, perhaps the way Sebastian, uh, the guy Edward, looks in a beautiful way, the change form. So he totally accepts himself, and somewhere he is also making fun of himself, and that's why people are attracted to him, and that makes Edward jealous, or he starts envying him, because he he starts thinking that, you know uh, this guy is much happier than I am, although he has that condition. He has been healed, but he is not at peace. And uh, and it's a fascinating study into human psyche and self-image. How one can uh, be a beast or a monster on the inside, and if if they don't get the life that they envisioned or they desired, their ugly self can just come out and take over. It's just like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That they both are the same person, but uh, it's like there's a tug of war going on, and Dr. Jekyll is this refined side, and Mr. Hyde is his animal primitive side. And it's interesting how the story follows. And I don't want to talk about it in detail, although I have spoiled it a bit. But I think that uh, this is certainly uh, the best movie of 2024 and one of the best films I've seen in my life. Uh, and yeah, so interesting thing is, spoiler alert, that Edward never reveals his identity. That's what I was thinking, because as an audience, you somewhere expect that he is going to reveal that he is this person. But I think that because he has that rejection sensitivity or fear of rejection, uh, perhaps that's the reason why he is still holding on to his new identity, although he has gone through so many problems. But he he is uh, sort of slowly, in the end, I think they're hinting at this self acceptance, that he has he has accepted his past and the present. His past comes as a mirror in the form of this person Oswald, who looks like he has the same condition, and his present is his new form. And he meets woman at a restaurant. They both look at each other, and he starts laughing. So yeah, it's a bit of an open ending, I guess. And that's probably what they are trying to say. And yeah, so if you get a chance, do watch this film. I think it's incredible. And it just makes me feel so good when I watch such a fantastic film, because sometimes it can be really challenging to watch. Even sometimes a film can be really good, but it can be slightly slow, and you watch it in episodes and then finish it, especially if you're like me who has issues with attention. So anyways, now what I loved about this is, because when a character or film resonates with you, uh, you enjoy it even more, right? uh, Part of you is being triggered, and you are you are feeling so, something inside of you, uh, as if you are in the movie. You start empathizing with that character. And I because I have somewhere deep down there's self-hatred and conflict, and self-esteem issues. I've always had problems with self-image. So you start learning about yourself. Wow, uh, what if so I am I mean you see the self-image as an illusion, because you you see yourself in a certain way, uh, and you can describe that in that distorted, deformed image. If you create that in a metaphor, But if somebody exactly looks like that as you see yourself, and imagine the same person having loads of confidence and charm and whatever, and you and there are characters like that in the world, who there are some people who don't have hands or feet. They have literally a deformed face, but they have a great personality. They you know I mean all sorts of issues, but it's mind over matter, and that is so important to understand, to actually live. So many people, they take their lives because they can't stand themselves. They cannot control their mind, and that is the problem. How one can uh, go crazy if they cannot accept themselves, or they cannot learn to handle the circumstances that they are in. And yeah, most of us probably take that for granted, and uh, that's where your life can change like this. If you're it's like you're on a crossroads. You have to you either fix your life and move in a completely different direction, or you can just continue in that pattern and then just end up nowhere, right? So yeah, that's what I observed about myself through that film. And such films are gems, and they must be protected, preserved at all costs. And yeah, um, I I just think that cinema is such a powerful medium. I mean, I was listening to this lecture the other day, and this guy, although he was claiming that there is no free will and you're just a response of your brain, what I agreed with was that he said that there could be two people who go to watch a film, and one person may not feel anything at all, and another person might get so inspired that it, it could probably change his life. He would want to become an actor or a filmmaker, or whatever the film is trying, the message trying to convey, it might hit him, and he might be inspired to do something. And that is the interesting thing, how we can like how cinema becomes our muse. So I am going to end this session now, and I hope you uh, enjoyed it and you watched this film. Thank you so much for listening, watching, and take care. Bye bye.